Arrest me, but keep it sexy. Arrest me, but keep it sexy. Mm, cutie with a booty, big old wet booty. Um, okay. Who's cheating? Nobody hasn't even cheated yet. Oh, okay. All right, 2K. You don't want to respond? Yeah, okay. I just wanted to play my first game here. You think it's ever gonna load? It loaded last time real quick. Oh, there it is. There it is. A red and black status. The data of the sea having the cloud is different from the data on this device. They look the same. Can we just use that one? Oh, okay. Oh no, no. I don't want to do that.
This is Shea Gillis Alexander.
I did not want to do that. Okay, can I get out of this though? I don't really want this. I don't want this. Okay. I will. Okay. I don't really care because I'm not. Okay. Okay. Can okay. Can I leave? Can I leave now? Thank you. Jeez. Okay. Thank you. Same thing. Okay. Alright, let's get our game on. Alright. I'm probably gonna get copyrighted
Well,
for this mess too. So it's like, can a brother get the option of not having that goddamn music blasting like that? Well, at least that's okay. Maybe it's
welcome everyone. Here it is at long last. It's the start of the NBA. And here's a look at what's coming up for Orlando. On Friday, they'll face off against Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks. And then on Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls.
And for that game against the Pistons, it's a good checkpoint to see how they fare. It's the 5th contest on the year for them and a chance to evaluate where they stand.
And let's check Miami's starting lineup. We've got Norman Powell. Bam Adebayo is out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's the general in at the point guard position. And for Orlando, on the wing, it'll be Bane and Wagner. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Suggs in at the 1. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, thanks. The Heat knew they needed to add more shot creation, and this summer, they went out and got just that, acquiring Norman Powell, coming off an all-star caliber season with the Clippers, and doing so without giving up much draft capital in return, or even a starter. That has to be considered a home run for the Heat.
A great addition. Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams.
Wagner finds the mid-range shot available and takes it.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Jamal Mosley gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Coach reminded his guys that Giannis is one of the most dangerous players out there. He told his forwards that anytime he takes 2 steps, they'll need to impose their will to limit momentum. He said, quote, "If we're intimidated, we've already lost. Step up and deny his path." Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. And Banchero gets it to go.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
Here's Bane. Rebound, Miami.
Defense doing just enough right there. Sometimes that's all you need.
Larson, no good. The Magic have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Now Wagner uses the glass on the layup.
Good work by Wagner there, taking advantage of a point-blank opportunity.
Here's the general. He's covered by Suggs. Again, the Heat misses.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Banchero. Shot from 12, and Orlando tacks on 2 more.
They've really come out swinging, hitting 4 of their first 5 shots.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. The general, no good. And it's Bane with a ball for the Orlando Magic. It's a 5-point game. Carter on the wing. 5 to shoot. 17-foot shot on the way. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
They need this. The general, no good. Orlando leading by 5. Here's Suggs. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And these teams have been prepping for this season tip-off game for months, Greg.
Oh, and for the players, the main feeling on opening night is relief. You know, all that hard work during the offseason and preseason is finally over. And now it's time to have some fun.
Let's see how last year's top scorers stack up on the 2K leaderboard. Second is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
This is a guy who never took a night off. You look at his numbers and you know that he put in a tremendous effort every single game.
The general passes to Powell. Miami moving it around. Here's Antetokounmpo. He's checked by Carter. Antetokounmpo can't connect.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Wagner outside. Picked by Carter. Wagner inside. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution. Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Adebayo. And finished off by Adebayo.
The aggressiveness of Adebayo. He plays with so much energy and force close to the bucket.
Banchero left side. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Powell passes to the general. Adebayo sets a screen. And finished off by Adebayo.
The explosiveness off the screen. I mean, Bam so good at knowing where to roll to after setting picks.
Suggs with it, guarded by Antetokounmpo. Banchero passes to Bane. Up top, Banchero. Over Adebayo, and Banchero gets it to go. Banchero's got 7 points.
And usually teams go on runs from a bunch of layups and dunks, but that's not the case here.
Here's Powell. And that one's long. And the Magic with possession. They're on a 15-6 run. Banchero outside. Pass to Wagner. The three from Bane. Adebayo grabs the board.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
And no question, Bam Adebayo, one of the best all-around big men in the league.
And even as his efficiency has waned just a bit in recent years, he remains steady on a nightly basis. A two-way player who gives you a little of everything.
Here's Banchero following the three-point basket by Miami. Wagner outside. He shoots. Banchero no good. Heat trail by 4. Here's the general. No points yet. To the middle. Here's Adebayo. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Suggs outside. Pass to Carter. Now here's Wagner from the arc. That shot, no good. Here's the general. He's covered by Suggs. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Here's the general. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there.
Putting up a goose egg, bagel this period. At this point, you have to run the offense through somebody else. I mean, that's your only choice.
Wagner on the wing. Antetokounmpo covering. Here's Banchero. And he comes up with a bucket. Banchero's got 9 points.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Orlando making some changes. De Silva comes in for Desmond Bane. And Black subbed in for Suggs. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. After 2 consecutive first-round exits, the Magic now looking to take the next step, Clark.
You know, B.A., making the playoffs was the first step for this young core. And now that they have some experience, they've added some talent, too. So they're determined to continue to progress towards championship contending status.
Now here's Banchero. He's got 9. Pass to De Silva. Wagner against Jaquez. And it's Wagner missing. The Heat have gone 6 of 13 so far in this one. Jackson with it. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And even as the Heat look to go younger, this is not a team with an appetite for lengthy rebuilds, Brad.
Yeah, B.A. The one advantage they possess when star players around the league ponder a change of scenery, Miami certainly has some great views.
Well, it's hard to stop a 6'10 wing who can handle and play through contact. And the Magic have 2 of them, Grant.
Yeah, the numbers remarkably similar for Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. Banchero is stronger and more of a rebounder, but both of them are stars.
Now here's Jackson. It's Wiggins on the wing. Jackson outside. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Batase's checked in for Orlando. Desmond Bane comes in for Paolo Banchero. Orlando leading. Pass to Batase. Now here's Black. Natase with a screen. Orlando again missing.
The defensive breakdown gives him a wide open look, but he can't take advantage.
Jackson surveying the D. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead.
That's how you want to see them crash to glass. They've been out-hustled so far.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
Now here's Bain. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Wagner.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Clock at 6. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket. Miami's gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. Jackson outside. Where the screen. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
First in opponent points per game, and they caused a lot of headaches with their on-ball defense. They cracked the top 10 in team steals. More than a few games changed because of their aggressive D.
And they wanted to make an impact on the defensive end and accomplish that goal. First in the league in blocks, a defensive powerhouse. Wagner's checked in for Wagner. And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now. Orlando shooting 41% from the field so far. Pass to Bain. A minute 22 left to play in the first. And another miss by Orlando.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
And the shot goes down.
You want to run your offense through him. A reliable scoring option.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance. Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
Here's Black. No made baskets yet. Pass to Bain. The 3. And no good. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Now here's Wagner. Back to Bain. Wagner with a screen on Jaquez. Ooh, had a nice open look right there.
Anytime he can, Bain is taking this shot.
What a throwdown!
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that guy.
And so it's the Miami Heat leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter.
All right, first game jitters, but second units brought us back in, baby.
If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on Miami so far?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
Anthony Black out there with Desmond Bain. Then there's Wagner. Then it's Goga Batase. And it's De Silva in at the 3. That's who's out there for Orlando. Heat leading by 4. To the inside.
Oh, are you kidding me? Wow, man. This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
What a sensational move captured from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. The general passes to Adebayo. And finished off by Adebayo.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, B.A. The Magic are coming together. Paolo Paolo Banchero said, "This is a special group. We have something that you don't always see in professional sports. Guys really have each other's backs and look after one another. Not only are we close, but we're really talented and versatile as a team." Back to you, Brian.
An exciting young team. Allie, thank you. And it's Black penetrating. And the step-back jumper is good. Black's got his second bucket on the night.
When Black puts his head down and plays downhill, boy, he's got a lot of stuff when he gets near that bucket off the drive.
The Magic making a switch here. Suggs is checked in. And Miami also making a switch. Powell's checked in. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Where the screen. Here's the general. And the three off target.
His offensive output just isn't there tonight, but his teammates have found a way to pick up the slack.
The three from Suggs. Miami leading by 9. Pass to the general. The three ball. Sinks it from distance. The general's got 6 points.
Norman Powell has grown dramatically as a playmaker. He's dangerous with the rock in his hands as a scorer and dime dropper.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And the Heat making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Now here's Black. Suggs outside. Matase finds Suggs. Right at the free throw line, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
And Grant, for everything else he's accomplished, Giannis hasn't quite mastered the three-point shot.
And you know, he hasn't had to, B.A. You want him inside, hitting on those high percentages, shutting down the lane defensively, and of course, controlling the boards. And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here he goes. Here's the general, and it's Miami with another.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
To end the run, shot's good by Black. Black's got 6 in the quarter.
Black doing just enough to create space for the score. Really solid handles on display that time.
Adebayo sets a screen for 3. Powell counted from distance. And the Heat lead by 18.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Pass to De Silva from behind the arc. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
The general passes to Antetokounmpo, and they pick up 2.
And so far, there's been tremendous cohesion offensively this quarter.
And you know what? The frustration for the defense is mounting because it seems like they can't miss out there.
It's Suggs with a drive. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Heat?
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
Inside. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire on his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Larson's checked in for Miami. Adebayo, that's good.
And just an effective offensive talent. Adebayo plays so hard, and that's really what drives his game.
Bane finds Wagner. Pass to De Silva. Takes the 3. Miami grabs the miss. Here's the general. 11 points in the game. And here's Adebayo. De Silva with the rebound. And here's Suggs. 3-pointer. De Silva, no good.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
The general passes to Powell. The quick look, no good that time. Magic trail by 14. Here's Suggs. And once again, off the mark by Orlando.
He's had a hard time finding his shot this quarter.
The general passes to Adebayo. Miami moving it around. Shot's no good there. Now 6 for 8. And Suggs has got the ball here for the Magic. They host the Hawks after this one. It'll be the second of 3 straight games on their home floor.
Well, Bane will just about live on the arc if you let him. He's got a pretty consistent stroke.
And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And it sends Bam Adebayo to the free throw line. It's going to go on Jalen Suggs. Looking at who's out there now for Orlando. Wagner's checked in for Batase. Paolo Banchero comes in for De Silva. And Black subbed in for Bane. Banchero uses his size down there.
He can play big and tough. I mean, Banchero bangs his way in.
Miami leading by 12. Here's the general. 11 points in the game. Adebayo, no good. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Well, Clark, when we watch Paolo Banchero play, you can forget he's 6'10".
And he's a locomotive. I mean, he's probably 255 pounds, and all of it is cable wire. I mean, that's why he went first overall. That combination of skill, ball handling, dexterity, agility, and force. He's 25 points a game and also 5 assists. At his size, you don't see that kind of production.
Powell outside. Knocks down the long J. Powell's got 6.
He came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
And Carroll on the take. Good. And that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
He's trying to will this team back into it, doing all he can offensively.
With the step back. To the paint. Pass to the general. There's the triple. And again, Miami with a triple.
And the defense has absolutely no answer for him here in the second quarter. He is torching them from outside.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Jackson, he's checked in for Miami. Jaquez comes in for Powell. All right, with this break, let's take a look at the teams that were the toughest to score against last year. Number 1, the Magic.
And their gritty mentality when it came to defense was really infectious. They were the best last year at holding opposing teams to low-scoring totals.
Now here's Suggs. Defense is right there. And Carroll no good.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Pass to Jackson. That shot off. Great D that time from Banchero. Suggs finds Banchero. Kicks it out to Wagner. Shot clock at 6. Takes a 3. Count it. His 4th bucket at 8 shots.
Hunting for that shot. Wagner wants to eat.
Heat leading by 13. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Banchero. And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up. And Grant, when talking about certain players, we hear expressions like, he does the little things, or he does the dirty work. What does all that mean exactly?
You know, it's about what doesn't show up in the box score. Setting good screens, winning those 50-50 balls, hustling back on defense. Often, it's just as important as putting up those points.
Look at who's out there now for Orlando. Carter comes in for Wagner. And it's Bane in for Black. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball. Really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
From distance, Paolo.
A promising sign of things to come with Banchero. Clearly somebody you've got to be excited about.
He put some rage into that one, B.A.
You're telling me.
Treated the rim like it stole something from it.
Banchero outside. A minute 39 left in the first half. 6 on the shot clock. Miami grabs the miss. Jackson's got a rebound number 5 here tonight.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Magic trail by 16. Pass to Banchero. Wagner inside. That one goes in. Wagner's got 5 points in the quarter.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively, and their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap.
Boy, Jalen Suggs just playing right through contact. I love his energy and aggressiveness there.
A different look for Miami. Adebayo comes in for Jackson, and Norman Powell subbed in for Jaquez. All right, Clark, let me ask you this. What can other big men learn from Wendell Carter Jr.?
I like his steadiness. He's shown a maturity since he's been in the league. He doesn't seem to get too high or low emotionally. You need fire and competitiveness and physicality to play down low, but you still have to control yourself, and I think he does a good job of that.
Carter, the pass to Suggs. Wagner outside. Fires the three. On target from range. Wagner's got 14.
Look, when you play as a team, good things tend to happen for you.
And that concludes the first half. Heat out in front, up by 9. Let's send it. Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
And thank you for joining us, as with 2 quarters in the books, it's looking good for the Miami Heat.
Bench Bob. They've been on one, giving those starters a breather, and it's providing instant offense.
That depth also critical to staying out of foul trouble. Taking a closer look at the first half matchups, these two guys have led the way for their teams.
Okay.
Their teams have leaned on them, and they've been rock solid.
Okay. All right.
Thanks as always.
I'm not gonna let him be up like that. Come on.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Paolo Banchero with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Setting the floor for Miami. Bam Adebayo is out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then it's Norman Powell, and it's the general in at the 1. Adebayo laid it in with a nice touch off the window. He's got 17.
That's the spot where Adebayo can do the most damage.
Suggs outside. The 3 from Bane. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Larson. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Here's the general. Drills it from deep. The general's got 17.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And they call an illegal screen here.
And they did a good job taking care of the ball, too. They were among the top 10 in fewest team turnovers. They didn't lose their focus too often.
They didn't give up anything easy on the defensive end. Last season, they were in the top 10 in opponents' points per game. An impressive feat. Powell passes to Antetokounmpo. Unable to get that one. Oh, nice D from Carter.
Miami foul. Number 21. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it.
Heat foul. Number 21. Third personal foul.
Okay. No. wasn't even going in for a reach in. Wow.
Second team foul.
Pressing down, looking for reach in. Okay.
Wagner outside. Banchero outside. 6 to shoot. And count it. 8 of 14 now. He's rolling.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
The reverse slam, that was sweet.
Ah, the finesse on full display.
Yes, sir. Power and grace. That had it all.
The kick out to Banchero. Back to Suggs. Outside Bane. The three. Nails it from beyond the arc. Bane's got his third basket on the night right there.
And I like that there. I mean, get Bane something in rhythm.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Suggs. The general, no good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Down low. Here's Carter. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits.
When they get it to Carter Jr. Down low, it's normally a fruitful trip.
Here's the general. He's got 17. Driving inside. And another dime for him.
He's nearing the franchise record for most assists in a single game.
This team feeds off his unselfishness and commitment to keeping everyone else involved. Well, after the Magic traded away Dwight Howard back in 2012, seems like they spent about a decade in limbo, Grant.
That's so true, B.A. And once they finally committed to building through the draft, the turnaround was pretty rapid, showing the upside of drafting and developing from the ground up.
The three-pointer off the mark.
He had more than enough room to hit that, just couldn't make it happen.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Jalen Suggs is a tone setter for this Magic team, putting his body on the line with his constant activity. Coach Jamal Mosley said, quote, he wears his emotion and his heart on his sleeve. He's pure. There's so much love there. That's why this group is the way it is, because of how he is. Guys, back to you.
He's a culture setter. Allie, we appreciate the report. And it's Bane with the ball for Orlando. Pass to Carter. Orlando moving the ball around. Bane against Powell. Bane, the pass to Carter. Orlando again missing. Heat leading by 11. Here's Larson. Here's the general. He's covered by Suggs. And he banks in the layup. Suggs has got 9.
Tremendous effort from Suggs on the fast break. I tell you, it's not easy to keep up with him.
Johnson, he's checked in for Miami. Miami has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. To the middle. Here's Adebayo. Oh, they find the hot hand. You can count it. He's 10 for 14 now. The Magic have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Pass to Bane. Wagner looking it over. Now Suggs. Banchero outside. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got 11 rebounds in the game.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Inside. Another possession. Another assist.
And this last assist ties him for the franchise record for most in a game. What a performance he's having.
He's been passing with pinpoint accuracy all game long. Back to Wagner. Pass to Carter. Lets it go from deep. Adebayo grabs the board. Miami leading by 13. Now Powell. Johnson finds Antetokounmpo. The shot, no good. Well, Orlando's shooting pretty well at 45%. Suggs, the pass to Banchero. The three is up. Rebound Miami.
Going into halftime, he had 2 threes in his pocket, but hasn't added to that total since.
And to look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Miami.
They've been all about high percentage looks in this game, working the ball inside and doing whatever it takes to get it to go.
And another thing they've been exceptional at is their passing. On-target ball movement has gotten them a lot of assists tonight.
The Magic making a switch here. Black's checked in. Here's Wagner. And he can't stop the drought. Another miss. The Heat have gotten 6 of 11 attempts to fall so far in the third. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Again, the Heat misses. Magic trail by 15. Black outside. Banchero outside. Pure from three-point range. Banchero's got 5 points in the quarter.
He's been doing some real damage from range. 2 threes in the first half. Now 1 in the second.
Adebayo sets a screen. The general passes to Adebayo. And again, another assist.
And sure enough, he's just set the single-game franchise record for assists.
Showing that vision, both to find his teammates and to reach for new heights. So Miami going with almost an entirely new group here. And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Orlando has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime.
Black showcasing his full arsenal, and he's a guard.
Heat leading by 12. Johnson on the wing. Has to Ware. Back to Johnson. There's the 3. He buries it from 3.
He was free to fire at his leisure there. Not much resistance.
To the inside. Bane. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And what a jam by Bane, using his hops to do some damage at the rim.
Well, when you need a bucket late in games, Franz Wagner seems to be your guy, Clark.
Yeah, he's made a name for himself as a fourth-quarter producer. I mean, time and time again, Wagner has made a big play at both ends of the floor to help his team late, and that's how you become a clutch performer.
Shots good by Black. Black's got 4 points this quarter.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
To the paint. Here's Ware. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. And the Heat lead by 16. Now Banchero. 21 points in the game. From downtown, it's hauled in by the Heat. Ware's got 4 rebounds in the game. Miami has gone 3 of 7 from deep so far in the third quarter. Pass to Jaquez from outside the arc. And again, it's Miami from deep.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Here's Wagner. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And the 8th overall pick in 2021. Grant, what surprises you about Franz Wagner?
I don't think we knew he'd be this lethal off the dribble. His perimeter shooting has really been the lone hiccup. But once he locks that in, watch out.
Matazes checked in for Orlando. Where? That's good.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the 3 ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
Wagner outside. That shot makes him 7 for 14. He's been good tonight.
And their outside game has simply evaporated here in the second half. Not a lot of great looks from deep.
Goes up at the elbow and misses it off the right side of the rim. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for the Magic. From deep, Bane. Rebound Miami. Ware's got 5 rebounds tonight. Inside. Miami moving it around. Outside Jaquez. Pass to Jovic. Lets the 3 fly. He drops it from range. Jovic has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Magic trail by 20. Banchero outside. Now Wagner. Matazes screen on Johnson. To the middle. Black outside. Shot clock at 5. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got his 6th rebound on the night. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ware, the screen. Ooh, he's locked in. Dreams his 5th shot in as many attempts.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Gets it off. No good. Would have counted had it gone. Bam Adebayo has been leading the charge for Miami.
That's right.
And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Anthony Black out there with Suggs. Then it's Goga Batadze. Then it's Franz Wagner. And it's De Silva in at the 4-man position. That's who's out there for Orlando. You get the sense Giannis Antetokounmpo is hungry to get another title, Clark.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, he's definitely in the prime of his career and would like to add another Larry O'Brien trophy to his collection. He is getting older, but again, I think he's still in his prime, and he knows that while time is short, another championship could set him apart from a lot of the greats.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Black, and they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
The basket counts, and 1. He'll go to the line, a chance at a 3-point play.
Yeah, in a battle of physicality, Adebayo tends to get the best of you.
And with the new 2-day format for the NBA draft, some executives complain, Grant, saying it helps out the disorganized teams.
Well, those teams could be in trouble regardless. With the push for parity, the league might not mind giving them some extra time to process during the draft.
And the Heat shooting at around 60% in this one. Very efficient. Adebayo sets a screen. The general passes to Adebayo.
I'll tell you, Bam is having a massive impact on this game. They just can't stop him.
Orlando has gone 1 for 3 in the 4th quarter from range. Pass to De Silva. Now Suggs. High post Batadze. His first shot coming late. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. The Heat have gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the 4th. The general passes to Antetokounmpo. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but he drew the foul, and he'll go to the line. That's on Goga Batadze.
Yeah, you know, the Greek Freak is extremely versatile. He's a 5-position player and does all of it at an elite level.
Powell, he's checked in for Jaquez.
Finally getting himself to the free throw line. He was sitting back in the first half with no free throws to show for it.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter.
You can see Suggs' confidence growing over time with every 3 that he makes. Keep shooting them, Jalen. Keep shooting them.
For Orlando, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Black passes to Suggs. And there's the screen. Out left to the wing. De Silva. From outside, off the mark. De Silva's gone just 2 of 6 shooting, 33%. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. The Generals got 22 points.
Putting on a shooting clinic from deep. He had that huge first half, and he's still rolling.
Batadze with a screen. Buries it from 3.
Wagner with the right back at your answer on the 3. Pretty impressive right there.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Suggs. The general, no good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Black gets hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. To the inside. Yet another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
Man, is he sharing the ball well. Hitting his guys right in their spots. Pass to De Silva. There's a screen. The three from Suggs. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got a rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Larson, puts up a three, and another dime for him.
25 assists. What an unselfish performance.
Looking like Scott Skiles right now with all these dimes. And Batase throws it down.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
The general passes to Powell. And again, it's Miami from deep.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
They get it back. Black, no good. Miami has gone 4 of 6 from deep thus far in the fourth. The three is up. And again, it's Miami from deep.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Powell with a steal. Here's Larson. And again, another assist.
He's now tied for third all-time in the record books for most assists.
He's been playing all game like he knows exactly when and where to pass the ball. Incredible.
Yeah, we haven't seen someone notch 28 assists since 1991. This has been the performance of a lifetime.
They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A., keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
Outside Adebayo. Adebayo, a screen on Suggs. Just 5 to shoot. Another possession, another assist.
This is a passing display for the ages. Beautiful.
The dimes keep piling up, and he is now tied for the second most assists ever in a single game.
And standing even with Kevin Porter's total of 29 from 1978. Amazing.
The general passes to Adebayo. Yet another assist.
I am just speechless here. He has now tied the record for most assists in a game.
A transcendent game. His command of the offense on complete display.
And how about that? Matching Scott Skiles' 30 assists from 1990. Long
and again, another assist.
And the record is his alone. What a game for him.
Truly a game for the ages, as he has passed his way into history before our very eyes.
For so long, Scott Skiles' mark of 30 assists was the top of the history books. I'm still shocked it was toppled here tonight.
Orlando calls timeout. And while we have a moment here, let's take a look at our player of the game. Someone who really took over and earned this award tonight.
This is exactly what you want from your point guard. Just so intelligent with the ball movement, just wearing the defense out, creating open angles. They rely on him completely to steer their offense.
You know, some guys aren't the same player on the road. Not this guy. He loves sticking it to an opposing crowd, and it only adds fuel to his fire. Back to Wagner. Grant, you look at some of the rule changes in recent years. Does it seem to you like coaches' challenges are here to stay?
You know, B.A., it does. And I think that's a good thing. You know, I can think of a few calls I would have liked to challenge in my day. So it's a nice option to have.
And Giannis with the jam.
Giannis is a monster around the rim. Too easy there.
The Magic shooting at 31% here in this fourth quarter. Outside Bane. From deep, Banchero drops in the three. Banchero's got 24 points.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Adebayo sets a screen. And the Heat, another three.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of 3-pointers.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Wagner in the high post. Kicks it out to Bain. Suggs surveys the D. Pass to Carter from deep. And another 3 for Orlando.
Carter Jr. moves well without the ball and positions himself nicely for catch and shoot chances.
From deep three-point land, Orlando with the rebound. Now here's Banchero.
Picking up his 4th foul really could change how he approaches things now.
First team foul.
And so here is Orlando. 5 on the clock.
I love how focused Bam is on the defensive end, using all of his size to create high-pressure coverage.
Powell for 3. The rebound by Carter. Carter's got 9 rebounds now. Here's Bain, and Orlando tacks on 2 more.
When the defense gives you room, take it. Don't pass up the shot.
The general passes to Powell. Miami moving it around. Pass to the general. Now Adebayo, guarded by Banchero. They get the rebound. Here's the general. Down low. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Banchero. Well, Clark, you were a bit of a trendsetter with this, but it seems the stretch 4 is here to stay in the NBA.
Well, the combination of size and touch, something I took pride in as a player. I was versatile. And back then, I mean, a guy 6'8" that was able to play inside and out wasn't as common as it is now. Teams want a lot of floor spacing, and they want as many players out there that can space the floor, including the big guys. So 4 out is now a standard practice of how the game is played.
Oh, there's the alley! And stolen by Antetokounmpo.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Heat.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And it will be a fight. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for the General.
He ran things with precision, great command of the offense, putting his teammates in all the right spots.
Just 5 on the clock. This one for 3. Doesn't go for him. So it's the Heat winning this one easily. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win.
Allie, thank you as always. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce.
27 years, but he only has 0 assists though. Nah, he wasn't touching me. He wasn't touching me. All right, first one is in the run book, man. Save in. Let's make sure we double save as is too, but you just never know. All right. And we have done